Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Candrel, and this is Candid Reactions with Candrel. The Misfits fight. I don't even know what to call it. Is it a boxing match? Or that's a weird show. But anyways, Dillon Danis versus Logan Paul just got done yesterday. What a shit show! What a shit show! The build-up was actually more interesting than the fight itself. Dillon Danis talked a lot of shit during the build-up, and he actually tried. He started to win me over. He started to win me over. I didn't really care about Danis before. I didn't say I don't like him. I just don't care about him. But the build up to this fight, him talking about Logan Paul's fiance, that was so funny. It was so funny. And Logan Paul actually was taking a lot of L's during the build up to this fight because Logan Paul they actually didn't know how to defend himself. He was trying a lot of stuff that just didn't work out. Try to bring out props and bring out people. It was just messy. Dennis was actually doing much better in the build up, but the fight itself started, and what a mess! What a mess! Just a shit show. Logan Paul was throwing arm punches. Dennis was not throwing punches at all, and actually, some people predicted that Dennis was going to get disqualified. I was like, I don't think that's going to happen, but it actually did happen. But you know what sucks about him getting disqualified? He actually tried to grapple, and the grappling, which he was supposed to be much better at, he actually sucked at it. Imagine that. You're supposed to be the MMA guy, you're supposed to be the grappling guy. He's an MMA guy, but he's more of a jiu-jitsu guy. He actually tried to take Logan Paul down. Logan Paul, being the bigger guy, actually stopped the takedown. Later on in the fight, he actually tried again. He tried to choke him. Logan Paul just stood up and slipped out of it. I think maybe they were quite sleepy, but I don't think Dennis would have gotten the choke anyways. But Logan Paul was able to get out of that, and Logan Paul tried to ground and pound Dillon Danis, and Danis got pissed and ran after Logan Paul and did nothing. And the security came inside, and Danis tried to fight the security and did nothing. Danis was just such a mess on that fight card yesterday. It was such a mess. Couldn't get anything going. Just the build up was his best part of the whole fight. It was just a shit show. I don't think. Look, Danis needs to sit down and ask himself some questions. And if they actually do fight in MMA, I actually do think Logan Paul is actually going to beat him because Paul is actually quite bigger than Danis is. Look, it doesn't look good for Danis. Danis is such a bad fighter. I think his only bread and butter is his jiu-jitsu. If we take that out of the equation, I don't think Danis actually is going to do well in fighting. That's just my opinion anyways. Then we'll move on to the main event. KSI versus Tommy Fury. This one had some potentials, right? And then the fight happened, and there was much grappling in this fight. So much grappling in this fight. So much grappling. Anytime KSI tried to close the distance, for some reason they started to hug it out, and I don't know why. I don't know. It was hard to tell who was actually initiating the grappling. I don't know if it was KSI actually holding or if it was Tommy Fury actually holding, but it was such a mess. Tommy Fury was supposed to be the better boxer, but in the fight, not that much. Not that much. I was expecting much from Tommy Fury. I mean, KSI has a very beatable style, right? The whole you could time him coming in, and he was dipping to his left at some point, but Tommy Fury was not able to pick on that. Tommy Fury was not able to use his jab, use clean boxing, catch the sloppy guy who's actually doing some funny shit out there. Tommy Fury was not able to actually do any of that. He was supposed to be the better boxer, but in Tommy Fury's excuse, he's not. He's not really that much of a boxer. He's still a beginner in the boxing. Granted, he's from the Fury name. His family has a very good boxing name, but he's not that much of a boxer. If we want to be honest, come on. So I think this is the how far YouTube boxing has come. At first it was fun, but it's getting tiring at this point. It's getting quite tiring. We're starting to see, the more they progress in this we're starting to see a little bit more crack. It's starting to show that this is not quite what boxing should be. When they're fighting, other people who don't know how to fight, and there's not much expectation from them. It's fun, right? Like Logan Paul was actually having fun, knocking guys who are not boxers. KSI as well. I was having fun fighting two people at the same night, two people who don't know how to fight, and it was fun because he was knocking them out. Granted, he was knocking some with his elbows, but at least he was still knocking people out. But this fight was just sloppy. Went the distance. There was a lot of hugging. There was a lot of clinching, and Tommy Fury I give KSI some credit. KSI did what KSI should do, being the YouTuber who was a weird style. Tommy Fury, I was expecting much from Tommy Fury, but still, Tommy Fury was not able to do anything. And I think Tommy Fury should actually, sit down and check himself too, and know if he wants to do this boxing thing, or if he just, use the platform. Now you have a platform, you have a name, you fought with KSI, you have money, you can do something else. I think Tommy Fury should stop embarrassing himself in boxing. I don't think he's going to do very well in boxing. That's just my own real opinion on him. You had two chances to actually show that yes, you are a better boxer, but you had close fights with Jake Paul. It was a close fight. He actually got dropped in that fight. Whether he likes it or not, he actually got dropped. Against KSI, it was a close fight. Some people thought KSI won. I watching the fight, it's actually hard to tell if KSI won or not. But the real losers in that fight was the paying audience. Whoever paid to watch that fight actually took a big L. And yeah, I actually watched the fight. I paid. Did I? Or did I not? But actually, I watched the fight and I didn't like it. I was so hyped for that fight, and the fight just under delivered. Especially the Paul versus Danis fight. That fight I was much interested in because Logan Paul actually, Dillon Danis actually won me over with his whole trash talking of Nina Agdor. He actually won me over, but come fight time, dude could not throw a punch and tried to grapple, which is the one thing we should be better at, and still sucked at it. So that's my whole reaction to the whole Misfit fight card. I don't know what else they do. I think at this point, maybe KSI should fight with Jake Paul. They both fought Tommy Fury and they both lost, right? So they should fight each other. Let's just get this. Let's just get this shit out of the way, Let them just fight each other. Let's see who's actually the better YouTube boxer. But if I was going to do a prediction for that, I actually think I favor Jake Paul to beat KSI. Jake Paul, it has more of a traditional boxing style, and I think Jake Paul is a little bit smarter in the boxing than KSI. But that's just my own bit opinion. I don't know. And KSI did not take that loss well. KSI actually said, "No, I thought I won." He was kicking things backstage. I don't blame him though. Nobody wants to lose, especially when it's a close fight like that. When it's a close, boring fight. But that fight, I don't think it should be. Kick yourself. You both lost the fight. It was such a crappy fight, anyways. But it's your boy Candrel, and it's Candid Reactions with Candrel. If you're new to the channel, which I think you are, because I'm not be posting a lot. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon to get notified whenever I post something. Peace out.